Good day everyone, and welcome to our next video. Today we are proving the identity here. We are proving that this cos x plus sin x over cos x minus sin x minus cos x minus sin x all over cos x plus sin x, it is actually equal to 2 tan 2x. So the first thing here that you have to do is to find the LCD, which is gonna be cos x minus sin x. Then you can just put the brackets here, and then also come with cos x plus sin x. Remember here, please don't multiply here for now. Don't multiply, just leave it as it is, and start with the solving of this problem. Now all you have to do is to divide this. Remember, what I just did here is the same as when maybe you have got 3 over 2 here minus 3 over, let's just say 6. Your LCD was gonna be 6. You are gonna come here and say 6 here, so that it will be 6 divided by 2, which is gonna be 3 multiplied by 3, and then gonna be 9. But you can even, okay, for an example, from this situation here, we don't multiply here so that it can be easy for us to solve. So even here, for an example, you know, the first thing that you are gonna do here was come and say okay, the LCD is 6, so you are going to write 6, because you can divide 6 by 2 and you can divide 6 by 6. But even if you write, let's say 2 and 6, even if you write it like this, you're gonna come and say, okay, this 2 and 6 divided by 2 is gonna be how much? It is gonna be you are gonna get the value of we are gonna get the value of 6. Okay, let me write it down. Let me say 2. Okay, no, if you do you say 2 multiplied by 6 like this, divided by 2, obviously 2 and 2 will go off, and then you'll be left with 6. 6 multiplied by 3 is gonna be 18, and 18 okay, remember this is all over 2 into 6. What I'm doing here, I'm just trying to prove out like here most of the people can be confused because of how I took this cos x minus sin x and cos x plus sin x, like the way they are now here. So I'm just trying to show you with this simplest thing that you all know. So when you get 18 here, you're gonna come and say minus 2 and 6 divided by 6. Obviously 6 and 6 will go off, and then you will be left with 2. Then we'll say 2 multiplied by 3 to be 18 minus 6. So you're gonna come and say 18 minus 6. 18 minus 6, it is 12. You will be having 12 minus 12 over 2 multiplied by 6 is gonna be 12. Then it will be 12 over 12, which is equal to 1. Okay, I did it here the same way that I've used here. Then let me prove it with the way we do things here. From this original problem, you can come and say okay, 3 over 2 minus 3 over 6. Okay, the LCD will be 6. Then 6 divided by 2 is gonna be 3. 3 multiplied by 3 is gonna be 9. And then you can come and say 6 divided by 6 is 1. 1 multiplied by 3 is gonna be minus 3, which will be having 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 over 6 is gonna be 1. You see, this is the same thing. That is why here I just said this is our LCD and put it here as it is. So please don't be confused. I was just trying to show you something here so that you don't get confused from this problem that we're proving here. Okay, cos x minus sin x. Cos x minus sin x. and cos x plus sin x, divide by cos x minus sin x. Obviously, the first thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna cancel cos x minus sin x over cos x minus sin x. It will go off, and you will be left with cos x plus sin x. You'll be left with cos x plus sin x multiplied by cos x plus sin x. Okay, let us write this. Okay, don't be confused. We are dividing this by cos x minus sin x. Then cos x minus sin x will cancel with this cosine minus sin x here. Then you'll be left with cos x plus sin x, which you will be multiplying with this cos x plus sin x. Then let's just say it's cos x plus sin x multiplied by this one, multiplied by cos x plus sin x, cos x plus sin x. Okay, we are done with the first part. Now all they have to do, don't forget to start by the negative sign here, which is this one. Now we are coming to the second part. Here we have got cos x plus sin x. We are dividing cos x minus sin x and cos x plus sin x by cos x plus sin x. So now obviously cos x plus sin x and cos x plus sin x will go off, and then you'll be left with cos x minus sin x. Here you can put this big bracket here, so because of the negative sign here, and then you are left with, because cos x plus sin x and cos x plus sin x, they cancel each other. Now you are left with cos x minus sin x. Cos x minus sin x will be multiplying with cos x minus sin x again. Then you come and say cos x minus sin x. My handwriting is very bad. Okay, cos x minus sin x multiplied by cos x minus sin x, cos x minus sin x, then the bigger bracket. Okay, the deviation line is gonna go all the way to the right. Okay, now it is like this. All you can do now is to remove the brackets by a means of multiplication. Then you're gonna, okay, here it is equal to the right hand side, which is 2 tan 2x here. Sorry. Okay, let's move forward. I'm just trying to be quick so that this video doesn't have a larger file, larger space, but I will compress it so that it can also be downloadable to those who would like to be having this video on their phone. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, which is Close Attention. Okay, let's go forward. Please don't be confused. Now we are just removing the brackets here. You know how to remove this by means of multiplication. The first thing, we're gonna come and say cos x multiplied by cos x here, which will be cos squared x. It is like when you are removing the brackets when you are having x's only and y, and then if it was x and x is gonna be, it was gonna be x squared, but because we have got cos, it's gonna be cos squared x. Okay, cos x times cos x, it is cos squared x. We are here, né? Sorry. Okay, we are here. Cos x times cos x is cos squared x, and then cos x multiplied by sin x here is gonna be, okay, cos x multiplied by sin x is gonna be cos x sin x. It is cos x multiplied by sin x. Then again, we have started with this cos x multiplied by cos x and got cos squared x, and then we said cos x multiplied by sin x, we got cos x sin x. Now we're coming to sin x. Sin x multiplied by cos x. Now we're coming to, okay, let me please do it like this. Okay, we started with cos x multiplied by cos x and got cos squared x. Now cos x multiplied by sin x, we got cos x sin x. Now we're coming to sin x. Sin x multiplied by cos x, we're gonna get cos x sine x. Sine x multiplied by sine x, it is gonna be sine squared x. Okay, we have dealt with the first part. Now we are coming to the second part. Remember this negative sign here. Okay, and then the bigger bracket, this one. So now we are going to remove the brackets inside here. Cos x and cos x is cos x, cos squared x. Cos x and negative sine x minus cos x sine x. Okay, we have dealt with this one, cos x and cos x, cos squared x, cos x and sine x minus cos x sine x. Now we are coming to negative sine x. Negative sine x times cos x is gonna be negative cos x and sine x. Sorry, negative sine x and cos x here. Okay. We are here at negative sine x multiplied by cos x. We got this one, and then we're gonna say negative sine x multiplied by negative sine x is gonna be positive. Negative and negative is gonna be positive. Then we're gonna have plus sine squared x. Sorry, plus sine squared x. Okay, this, then we're gonna put our very long division line here all over. So okay, we can even now, because we have dealt with the brackets there, we can even remove the bracket there by means of multiplication. Here when we multiply, we are gonna get okay, let us not multiply for now. Let us just say cos x minus sine x, and then into cos x plus sine x. Okay, now the next step is to add the like terms here, and then also, okay, let us first start by adding the like terms. When we are adding the like terms, we have got cos squared x here. We're gonna write and then on this part here, when we're removing the brackets, okay, we had cos x sine x, and then so here it is a plus sign here, it is plus sine squared x. Okay, let's move forward. Cos squared x plus, we are adding the like terms. The like terms we have now is cos x sine x and cos x sine x, which means we have got, okay, here to avoid confusion again, let us start by writing sine instead of cos, but it's the same thing. Okay, because we have started with cos, let us continue this way. Cos x and cos x sine x plus cos x sine x, it means that we have got 2 cos x sine x sine x. Okay, cos x sine x plus cos x sine x, it means that we have got 2 cos x sine x's. So we have got 2 cos x sine x. We've got this here. We've got 2 cos x sine x here. We've added cos x sine x and cos x sine x, then plus sine squared x plus sine squared x, it is here, minus the bigger bracket cos squared x here. I shouldn't have written this here, because now it's going to interrupt my writing. Okay, cos squared x, we are here, minus cos x sine x. Even here we're adding the like terms. This minus cos x sine x minus cos x sine x is simply meaning that we have got 2 minus we've got 2. It is 2, 1, 2. We've got 2 minus cos x sin x. So we've got 2 minus cos x sin x. This part is going to disturb us, but please don't mind it. I hope you can be able to see we've got minus 2 cos x sin x, and then the last part is going to be plus sin squared x. Let us just squeeze it in here, plus sin squared x. I hope you can see here it is plus sin squared x, plus sin squared x. Okay, all over cos x minus sin x into cos x plus sin x. And remember, I'm going step by step so that those who really struggle with mathematics, they don't get lost on the way. And then there it is equal to the right hand side, which is 2 times 2x. Okay, now as you can see here, we have got cos squared x plus 2 cos x sin x plus sin squared x minus all this. So another thing that we're going to do here, we are going to come and say we're going to add cos squared x and sin squared x. You can come and say sin squared x plus cos squared x, sin squared x plus cos squared x plus 2 cos x sin x plus 2 cos x sin x, like this. And then we are removing this bracket and multiply everything which is inside it by negative. Negative multiplied by this one, you're going to get minus cos squared x minus cos squared x. Negative by negative is positive. Positive 2 cos x sin x. Negative by positive is negative. Negative sin squared x. I hope you can see here. Okay, all over cos x minus sin x, cos x minus sin x into cos x plus sin x. Now we have as you can see here, we have got positive sin squared x plus cos squared x, it is equal to 1, but we have got sin squared x here and minus sin squared x, which means sin squared x and minus sin squared x will cancel each other. We also have, okay, here we were gonna say sin squared x plus cos squared x is equal to 1. That was gonna be okay, but it is still the same thing, because even here we're gonna say cos squared and get negative 1 here from this, but we can simply say sin squared x minus sin squared x. Positive cos squared x and negative cos squared x will go off, and now we are left with 2 cos x sin x minus plus 2 cos x sin x, which will be 4. Can you see? 2 cos x sin x plus 2 cos x sin x, it is 4 cos x sin x over. Now when it is like this, we can be able to solve the bottom part here. I didn't want to solve it from the first steps so that we don't have a mixed thing here, like most of the learners where you are gonna be confused, because yeah. So now after we have dealt with the top part, we can come to the bottom one. Remember the bottom one, we got it from the original problem here. Then when we took LCD here, so that we can be able to solve this problem to prove it. It is 4 cos x sin x because of 2 cos x sin x plus 2 cos x sin x. Now here, all we have to do is come and say cos x multiplied by cos x, it is cos squared x. Cos x multiplied by cos x, cos squared x. Cos x multiplied by sin x is cos x sin x. And then minus cos x multiplied by cos x is gonna be minus cos x sin x minus cos x sin x. The division line must go all the way to the right. Okay. Okay, we just did minus sin x multiplied by cos x and got minus cos x sin x. Now minus sin x multiplied by sin x, you're gonna have minus sin squared x. It is equal to the right hand side, which is 2 tan 2x. Now let's continue. 4 cos x sin x all over cos squared x, okay, plus cos x sin x minus cos x sin x. This and this one will go off, and then we will be left with minus sin squared x minus sin squared x. Okay, we will be left with the minus sin squared x, which is equal to the right hand side. Right hand side is equal to 2 tan 2x.